this thing on? Just kidding. Hey guys, it's Pierre, the Fish Beast. Welcome back. This video is, first of all, sorry about the surroundings here. You could probably guess where I am right now. It's actually the room, if you want to call it a room, with the best acoustics, if you will, in the house. And also, because it's pretty late at night, I didn't want to wake anybody else up, talking loudly. This is to introduce a video series that I'm doing describing the process it took for me to take some driftwood that I acquired and make it safe for aquarium use. Driftwood is a very desirable decoration for your aquarium. It's natural. It also seems to have some positive benefits to your water chemistry if you want that aspect of it. So I hope you like it.
I bought my driftwood locally, but you can easily source your own from a river or stream. Make sure you follow any laws in your area regarding this. I'm not responsible if you get in trouble. Anyway, the species of wood I got was Manzanita. It's considered a hardwood and is very dense, meaning it naturally tends to sink. It was a pretty large piece and pretty wet when I got it last year. As you can see, it still had bark on, and here's a picture of it next to a 5-gallon bucket to give you an idea of the size. Even though it was going into a 6-foot aquarium, I decided to cut it up into smaller pieces to make it easier to handle. I then placed it in storage for about a year to dry it out as much as possible. After that happened, I still needed to ensure that it would be safe to place in the tank, so I decided to boil it. I picked up a propane burner from Amazon. I needed something that put out a lot of BTUs, in this case 200,000, so it would get up to boiling temperature quickly. I also picked up this used 55-gallon drum. I made sure that it only contained non-toxic products previously, in this case juice concentrate. Okay, here we are. I've set up a little structure around it using some brick because I'm not sure that the steel frame will support the weight of this 55-gallon drum when it's full of water and driftwood. So I'm gonna set that up, put the drum on it, and hook this up to the propane over there, and then we'll get it going. I hope it doesn't take too long to bring it to a boil, especially as it's 77 degrees right now. Probably the best time all week to do this. Alright, as you can see, I've dumped all of the wood that I'm intending to boil in here. Alright, I've got my driftwood in there. I've got the drum. I've got the burner going pretty good here. Got my propane in the water bath. I've got the wood in here with some water. I put a lid on it, so at this point, it's just a matter of waiting for it to boil.
We're gonna go check out some driftwood.
Yeah, my dad is boiling. Hi, girl.
Hi. It's mommy.
Okay, guys, here we are in the deep jungles, and I'm here with Jace. We're gonna go see what's going on with our driftwood that we're boiling. So be very careful, Jace. Ooh, bugs. Go. It's fine. Looks like it's boiling already, so we're just gonna let it go a little bit here, generating a lot of steam. We got 10 in soup. So far so good. About 2.5 hours later, I turned off the burner. I also cooled down the driftwood quickly by putting cold water in the barrel. I then emptied it and took the driftwood out. We've removed all of the driftwood, and I've put some of the pieces in this tote, and I'm just rinsing them off. The water is still getting stained a little bit. So now I want to show you how to peel the bark off of the Manzanita that I had boiling in here. It was really hard to take the bark off before I boiled it, and I had to use this thing to try to scrape it off. But I found that after boiling, it gets a lot easier, and the bark basically just peels off, like fruit leather. See? So you just peel it right off like that. So after boiling, it gets easier to peel the bark off. And you don't want the bark on the wood when you put it in your tank, because it can continue to decompose and rot. Okay, so it comes off in nice sheets. It's a fruit roll-up. Right? Don't eat it. So I'm gonna continue to peel off the bark, and then maybe I'll boil everything one more time, and then we can start putting the wood in the tank and doing some final prep, and we'll get that done. Okay? Hey Jace. So what do you think, huh? Look at this, I'm peeling it off. You gonna try some of this?
No, I
It's
like a splinter.
You want to get a splinter? It's a fruit roll up. It's a bark flavor. It smells pretty good, actually. Okay, don't do that.